G'day. In this video, I'm going to discuss the Age of Sigmar Start Collecting range. Start Collecting boxes are a bundled set of miniatures that help you get your collection started, while saving you a few extra dollars along the way. I'll explore what's in the box, which rules you're going to need, some additional considerations to build out that force. I'll also highlight the approximate value and how that aligns to a traditional 2,000 point match play list structure. Now, do appreciate that points do frequently change, so this is only a guide. If you'd like to know more about the specific factions, I'd highly recommend checking out some of the many videos that we discuss on this channel about the factions. So let's get into it with Chaos. Daemons of Khorne get you 14 miniatures, which includes 1 leader in the Herald on Blood Throne, 1 to 2 battle line with 10 blood letters, and 3 blood crushers, which become battle line if your general is a Skullmaster. Alternatively, you might want to build the Blood Throne as a Skull Cannon of Khorne, and its value is approximately 350 points in total. You'll also want to pick up the Blades of Khorne Battle Tome and the Skull Altar Terrain Piece. Picking up 2 or 3 of these Start Collecting boxes will get you towards a Murder Host Battalion, or you might want to pick up other Start Collecting Khorne boxes. Khorne Bloodbound gets you 19 miniatures, which includes 3 leaders in the Mighty Lord of Khorne, a Blood Secretor and a Blood Stoker. You'll also get 2 battle line in the 5 Blood Warriors, the 10 Blood Reavers, as well as a Khorgorath. Its approximate value is 610 points, and you'll also want to pick up the Blades of Khorne Battle Tome and the Skull Altar Terrain Piece. You'll be able to build up your force using the Dark Feast Skull Take or Gore Pilgrim Battalion, and it might be worth picking up at least 1 more of these boxes. At the time of recording, this is the only way to get some of these heroes like the Blood Stoker, the Blood Secretor, and the Khorgorath miniatures. Daemons of Tzeentch get you 18 miniatures, which includes 1 leader in the Fate Skimmer Herald on Chariot, 1 battle line in the 10 Pink Horrors, an Exalted Flamer, and 1 additional battle line in either the 3 Screamers of Tzeentch or the 3 Flamers of Tzeentch, but that is dependent. The Flamers, if you choose them to be internal conflagration, will become battle line, or the Screamers if you choose the Host's Arcanum. Alternatively, you can put the Herald on foot and choose to the Chariot to be a Burning Chariot with the Exalted Flamer on top. Now, with all that flexibility, the total value is approximately 660 points. However, that will obviously change depending on how you build it. You'll also want to pick up the Disciples of Tzeentch Battle Tome, as well as 9 dice to use as Destiny dice. You're on the way to building a Change Host, the Aether Eater Host, or the Warp Flame Host Battalion, depending on which way you want to go. You'll want to quickly pick up the Lord of Change to lead the force, and Horrors for when your Pink Horrors split into Blue Horrors and Brimstone Horrors. Daemons of Slaanesh get you 16 miniatures, which includes a leader in an Exalted Seeker Chariot of Slaanesh, 1 battle line in the 10 Daemonettes of Slaanesh, and 5 Seekers of Slaanesh. There is a non-hero version of the Chariot, the Seeker Chariot, and it becomes battle line if you are a God Seeker host. Alternatively, you can build your chariot as a Hellflayer. Both the Seeker Chariots and the Hellflayers can have a hero mounted or a non-hero variety, so you will get plenty of options. This box is valued at approximately 450 points, and you'll want to pick up the Hedonites of Slaanesh Battle Tome and the Fane of Slaanesh Terrain Piece. Epicurean Revelers and the Seeker Cavalcade might be the battalions that you want to build towards. Slaanesh really benefits from your hero, so you want to make sure that you will get 1 Keeper of Secrets, maybe 2. Daemons of Nurgle gets you 17 miniatures, which includes 1 leader in the Poxbringer Herald of Nurgle, 1 battle line in the 10 Plague Bearers, as well as 3 Nurglings and 3 Plague Drones. The value is approximately 500 points, and you'll want to pick up the Maggotkin of Nurgle Battle Tome, as well as 1 to 2 Feculent Narmor terrain pieces. This box will get you towards building a Taliban of Nurgle Battalion, and you may want to grab another box and potentially grab a Great Unclean one, maybe 2, depending on which way you want to go. The other Maggotkin of Nurgle box gets you 8 miniatures, which includes 1 leader in the Lord of Blights, 1 battle line in the 5 Putrid Blight Kings, and 2 Pusgoyle Blight Lords that become battle line if your general is a Lord of Afflictions. The box is valued at approximately 470 points, and like the last box, you'll want to pick up the Maggotkin of Nurgle Battle Tome, and as well as at least 1 Feculent Narmor, maybe 2. You'll want to pick up more Blight Kings if you're going to build around Blight Kings, and this will get you towards the Blight Cyst, the Plague Cyst, or the Affliction Cyst battalions. If you like your Blight Kings, you also might want to pick up the Wrath of the Everchosen book as well. Beasts of Chaos gets you 22 miniatures, which includes 1 leader in the Great Bray Shaman. You get 1 battle line with the 10 Ungor, you get 10 Bestigor, and 1 Gorgon, who is a behemoth. If you choose the Great Bray Shaman or a Beast Lord as a general, it will make those 10 Bestigor battle line 2. Alternatively, you can build the Ungor into Ungor Raiders, but you will lose their battle line status, and the Gorgon can be turned into a Cygor, but don't do that. It's valued at approximately 440 points, and you will want to pick up the Beast of Chaos Battle Tome, as well as a Herdstone terrain piece. Phantasmagoria of Fate Battalion will give you plenty of options to build your force around, and you probably will want to grab more Ungors as well as some Gors. Skaven Pestilens gets you 22 miniatures, which includes 1 leader in the Plague Priest on Plague Furnace, 20 Plague Monks, which are battle line if you are Master Clan, or if you have a Pestilence General and all of your units are Pestilence, as well as artillery-based Plague Claw. Alternatively, the Plague Priest on Plague Furnace can be made into a Grey Seer on Screaming Bell, and the Plague Claw can be turned into a Warp Lightning Cannon. It's valued at around 510 points, and you'll want to pick up the Skaven Battle Tome and the Skaven Narhol terrain pieces. This Skaven Pestilence force can be built into a Nurgle force. That's why there are 2 different battle tomes. You don't need both of them. It's just that you can go a plague kind of focus between Nurgle and the Plague Monks. But just look at the 2 books and how they interact with each other. If you do want to build a pure Clan Pestilence force, you will want to pick up at least 2 of these boxes and build towards the Congregation of Filth or even the Foul Rain Congregation. Slaves to Darkness gets you 16 miniatures, which includes 1 leader in the Chaos Lord on Kakadrak and 2 battle line in the 10 Chaos Warriors and the 5 Chaos Knights. Should you want to split up your Chaos Warriors into 2 units of 5, you would access another battle line choice. The value of this box is 630 points, and you will want to pick up the Slaves to Darkness Battle Tome. The Godsworn Champions of Ruin, the Godwrath Warband, or the Ruinbringer Warband are the battalions that you're likely to work with, and Archaon is an amazing centerpiece, and you might want to mark your units as Khorne, Nurgle, Slaanesh, and Tzeentch, which unlocks more options for unit selections, not that you have to literally get out a scalpel and mark them. Death. Flesh Eater Courts gets you 14 miniatures, which includes a Ghoul King on Terrorgeist, which is both a leader and a behemoth. 1 battle line into 10 Crypt Ghouls, 3 Crypt Flayers, which are battle line in Hollowmourne, or you can turn those Crypt Flayers into Crypt Horrors, which are battle line in Blister Skin. Alternatively, the Terrorgeist can be made into a Zombie Dragon, the Ghoul King can be put on foot, or the Terrorgeist can be run unmounted. It also can make up a Vampire Lord on Zombie Dragon, and the Flayers can also be turned into Vargeists. So if you are Legion of Nagash, there's a bit of flexibility here with this box too. If you do pick up this box, you will want to pick up the Flesh Eater Courts Battle Tome and the Charnel Throne terrain piece. This box is probably the most versatile start collecting box in my opinion, and you could easily buy 4 boxes to build an amazing collection of Flesh Eater Courts. Double down on the Flayers with the Dead Watch Battalion, run all the Ghouls under a Ghoul Patrol Battalion, or just run all the monsters under the Grizzlegore Sub-Allegiance. Skeleton Horde is aligned to Legions of Nagash, and you will get 16 miniatures, which includes Arcan the Black, which is both a leader and a behemoth, 1 battle line in your 10 Skeleton Warriors, and 5 Black Knights. Alternatively, you can build this hero, you can build Arcan the Black as Neferata or Manfred von Carstein. All 3 of these heroes do different things to your army, and the Black Knights can be turned into Hex Raids instead. The total box value is approximately 560 points, and you will want to pick up the Legions of Nagash Battle Tome. Legions of Nagash has loads of variety between Legions of Blood, Legions of Night, Legions of Sacrament, and the Grand Host. So you might want to build towards the Nightfall Pack or the Death March battalions. The Start Collecting Flesh Eater Quartz box, as I previously mentioned, will get you the Vampire Lord on Zombie Dragon and Vargeist. So potentially getting one of each would be a great start in a Legions of Nagash army. Malignant Start Collecting gets you 9 miniatures, which includes the Bloodseeker Palanquin, which is both a leader and a behemoth. Alternatively, it can be built into a Mortis Engine or a Coven Throne. You'll get 3 Spirit Hosts and 5 Hex Wraiths, or the Hex Wraiths can become Black Knights. The total box value is approximately 550 points, and you will want to pick up the Legions of Nagash Battle Tome. My opinion to all of this, guys, is that this box is a particular mess. It is alright for your Legions of Nagash players, but it's very poor value if you are a Nighthaunt army. While it looks like a Nighthaunt box, it's not. I would recommend not grabbing it as a Nighthaunt player. If you play both armies, it's fine, but the box will help you build onto an existing force, but I would not start my collection here. The reason I say that it's not great value as a Nighthaunt player is because there are some things in here that you just can't use, aka the Bloodseeker Palanquin, aka the Mortis Engine, aka the Coven Throne. So you're probably better off just buying those other boxes separately to get your value. Gloomspite Gitz gets you 16 miniatures, which includes a leader in the Loon Boss. You also get 12 Squig Herd, which are battle line if your general is Moon Clan, and 3 Rock Gut Troggoths, which are battle line if the Dankhold Trog Boss is your general. You can't make Squigs and Trogs both battle line, so you will have to choose. But you can split the 12 Squig Herds into 2 Squig Herd units of 6. So they'll get you 2 battle line if you need that. The value of this box is 350 points approximately, and you will want to pick up the Gloomspite Gitz Battle Tome as well as the Loon Shrine Terrain piece. Gloomspite Gitz as a army really benefits on you doubling down on one particular build. So my advice would be to focus purely on Squigs or focus purely on Trogs if you are trying to build out this Start Collecting box. You may want to add other Moon Clan or Spiderfang range, but if you are going to get collecting with this particular box, focus on one and build that out. But you will have an army that you can build across between the Squigs and the Trogs, and gives you a bit of flexibility, which is nice. Beastclaw Raiders get you 5 miniatures, which includes 1 Frostlord on Stonehorn leader choice and 4 Battleline Mournfang pack. Alternatively, you can build the Stonehorn to be ridden as a Huskguard or as a Beast Rider. Or you could make the monster Stonehorn into a Thunder Tusk and mount it with a Frostlord, Huskguard, or Beast Rider. Its approximate value is 680 points, and for this box you will want to pick up the Ogre Mawtribes Battle Tome. There is a special terrain piece, but it may not be as useful for Beastclaw Raiders side compared to the Dadbod Gutbuster builds. This is a great box that has a load of varieties if you want to focus on the Beastclaw Raider side. Much like the Flesh Eater Quartz box, you probably will want to pick up 2, 3, maybe even 4, and that will easily build into a Yorbad, an Earlbad, or a Torbad battalion. You can split the Mournfang packs into units of 2, and that would fulfill an additional battle line. Ironjaws get you 14 miniatures, which includes an Auric War Chanter leader, and you also get 3 Auric Gore Grunters and 10 Auric Ardboys. Now those 2 battle line choices only become battle line if you are Ironjaws or Big Warga Legions. It won't be battle line if you choose to be Bone Splitters. The value is around 450 points, and you'll want to pick up your Auric War Clans Battle Tome as well. This box will quickly build you up into an Iron Fist battalion, so you may want to grab more Ardboys and Gore Grunters. Consider picking up a Maw Crusher too. If you do split out the Ardboys into units of 5 as opposed to units of 10, they do lose their battle line status. Greywater Fastness gets you 13 miniatures, which includes 2 leader choices in the Warden King and the Cogsmith, 10 Iron Breakers, which are battle line, and you'll also get 1 Gyrocopter. Alternatively, the Iron Breakers can be made into Iron Drakes, which are only battle line if your general is Duarden Keyword. The Gyrocopter can be also made as a Gyro Bomber. Its value is around 400 points, and you will want to pick up the Cities of Sigmar Battle Tome. This box is a Cities of Sigmar box, not specific to Greywater Fastness, so don't fall into a trap here. You can use this army in Tempest Eye, Hammerhall, or any of the other cities for a different playstyle. Each army does have different rules, and if you like your Duarden, you will want to grab 2 or 3 of these, maybe even more. I do love my gyrocopters. Anvil Guard gets you 13 miniatures, which includes a Black Ark Fleet Master leader choice, 10 Black Ark Corsairs, and a Scourge Runner Chariot, which both become battle line if your general is a Scourge Privateer. You also get 1 Charybdis, which becomes battle line in Anvil Guard. Its total value is 390 points. You'll also want to pick up the Cities of Sigmar Battle Tome. Similar to the Greywater Fastness, this box is not specific to Greywater, and you can use this box in Tempest Eye, Phoenician, or any other city for a different playstyle. Just notice that the Charybdis outside of Anvil Guard loses its battle line status. This box is for the elf lovers out there, so if you love running your elves, consider running the Charwind Beast Hunter Battalion. Daughters of Khaine get you 9 miniatures, which includes 3 leaders in the Slaughter Queen on Cauldron of Blood, the Hag Queen, and a Blood Rack Medusa. You also get 5 Bloodstalkers, which are battle line if the Blood Rack Medusa is the general. If you do use a shrine, it will take up a behemoth slot. Alternatively, you can build the Cauldron of Blood to include a Hag Queen instead of the Slaughter Queen. Or you can make it a Blood Rack Shrine using the Medusa on the Cauldron. If you do, that will allow you to gain an avatar on Khaine on foot, rather than being a statue on the Cauldron. Yes, lots of options. Don't get confused. I hope you're still with me here. If you do build the Snake Ladies as Blood Sisters, they will have a melee weapon, or Blood Stalkers as shooting. The value of this box is around 710 points, and you will want to pick up the Daughters of Khaine Battle Tome. You may not use all of the miniatures. I'm looking at you, Avatar of Khaine. It is a good start collecting box for Daughters of Khaine. However, most Daughters of Khaine players are playing with Witch Elves, so you may want to grab some of those. Or if you do really like the snake aesthetic, you might want to double down and build around a Temple Nest Battalion, which probably means you won't use that Avatar of Khaine. Sorry, not sorry. Fyreslayers get you 13 miniatures, which includes 3 leaders in the Rune Father, the Rune Smiter, and the Rune Sun. 1 can be mounted on top of a Magma Droth, and you also get 1 battle line in the 10 Volkite Berserkers. The value is at around 650 points, and you will want to pick up the Fyreslayer Battle Tome, as well as the Battleforged Terrain Piece. The Lord of the Lodge Battalion is very popular with Fyreslayers builds, and it is unlikely that you'll need more than 1 Magma Droth. So I would focus on increasing my Volkite Berserkers, or getting some Hearthguard, or even some Hearthguard Berserkers. Idoneth Deepkin gets you 14 miniatures, which includes 1 leader in the Isharan Soulrender. You get 1 battle line in the Namadi Thrall, and you also get some eels. You get the Achillean Guard, which become battle line if your general is an Achillean hero. Alternatively, the eels can be built as Morsar Guard instead of the Achillean Guard. It is valued at around 370 points, and you will want to pick up the Idoneth Deepkin Battle Tome, as well as the Gloomtide Shipwreck Terrain Piece. The most popular Idoneth lists are doubling down on eels, and that will mean that you'll need to get an Achillean King and probably an Isharan Soul Scryer. However, I wouldn't write off things like the Leviathan on the Alapexes just yet. Kharadron Overlords get you 10 miniatures, which includes 1 leader choice in the Endron Master and no standard battle line, but you do get 5 Grunstock Thunderers, which become battle line in Barak Nar. You get 3 Sky Wardens, which are battle line if your general is an Endron Master in a dirigible suit, and you do get a Grunstock Gun Hauler, which is battle line in Barak Urbaz. So you do have some battle line depending on which sub-allegiance you go with. The Sky Wardens can be built as Endron Riggers. The total value of this box is around 470 points, and you'll want to pick up the Kharadron Overlords Battle Tome. If you like all the boats, you might want to build around the Grunstock Escort Wing Battalion and load up on boats, and probably grab some Archanaut Company to go with them. Seraphon box number 1 gets you 21 miniatures, which includes 1 leader in the Old Blood on Carnosaur and 2 battle line in the 12 Saurus Warriors and 8 Saurus Knights. Alternatively, the Old Blood on Carnosaur can be built as a Saurus Scar Veteran on Carnosaur or a Troglodon. The value of this box is around 630 points, and you want to pick up your Seraphon Battle Tome as well as the Realm Shaper Engine terrain piece. You want to build your army around the Sunclaw or the Firelance battalions, depending on Coalesced or Starborn. And it's probably worth calling out that the Saurus Knights come in units of 5, and the Saurus Warriors come in units of 10. So you will notice that you will have a couple of extra models. So if you do pick up a second start collecting, you might get closer to your builds, or you might need to go and find a couple of extra models on like a buy and sell page to round your models back up, or you're running them under strength. The other Seraphon box gets you 17 miniatures, which includes 1 leader in the Skink Star Priest, 1 battle line in the 12 Skinks, as well as 3 Pterodon Riders and a Bastiladon. The Bastiladon can be built as either an Ark of Sotek or a Soul Engine, and the Pterodons can alternatively be built as Ripperdactyl Riders. The total value of this box is approximately 490 points, and you'll want to pick up your Seraphon Battle Tome and a Realm Shaper Engine terrain piece. You'll be building around the Shadow Strike or Thunderquake battalion, and in my opinion, this is the better Seraphon box. Stormcast Vanguard gets you 12 miniatures, which includes 1 leader in the Lord Aquila and 1 potential battle line of 5 Vanguard Hunters if the general is a Lord Aquila. You also get 5 Vanguard Paladors and 3 Gryph-hounds. It's worth pointing out that the units of Gryph-hounds are coming in units of 6, so you will be running an under-strength unit unless you find another 3. It is valued at around 560 points, and you will want to pick up your Stormcast Eternals Battle Tome. The Vanguard Angelos Enclave aligns perfectly with this box, well, minus the Gryph-hounds. If you do want more Hunters and Paladors, another start collecting box would be great, and it would round up your Gryph-hounds to be a full strength unit. The other Stormcast Eternals box is the Thunderstrike Brotherhood, and that gets you 18 miniatures, which includes 2 leaders in the Lord Celestin on Dracoth and a Lord Relictor. 1 battle line choice in the 5 Liberators, as well as the 3 Retributors and 3 Prosecutors. Similar to the Gryph-hounds in this box, the Retributors are under strength. They normally come in units of 5. It is valued at around 670 points, and you will also want to pick up that Stormcast Eternals Battle Tome. Thunderhead Brotherhood or the Vanguard Wing are the battalions that you're likely to build around with this box. So you want to grab more Liberators and Prosecutors and potentially Judicators, depending on which way you want to go. Sylvaneth gets you 18 miniatures, which includes 1 leader in the Branch Witch and a battle line in the 16 Dryads. You'll also get 1 Behemoth choice as a Tree Lord. Alternatively, you can build that Tree Lord into a Spirit of Durthu, and the Tree Lord could also be built as a Tree Lord Ancient. Either the Spirit of Durthu or the Tree Lord Ancient will take up a leader choice. That box is valued at around 580 points. You will want to pick up a Sylvaneth Battle Tome as well as at least 1 Awakened Wood terrain piece, but you probably will need more than just the 1 eventually. Dryads are coming in at odd numbers as well, so you want to pick up more Dryads to get them into those battle line units or to be summoned by the Branch Wraith. You might want to build your army around the Household or Forest Folk battalions, and if you play cities as Sigmar, this could be actually a really useful box for a living city. Mate, how good was that video? Surely it's going to go straight to the pool room. If you enjoyed that video, I would appreciate it if you crush that like button, and if you have an opinion, leave it in the comments section. That lets YouTube know it's a great video and it should share it with other Age of Sigmar players. Cheers to all the bloody legends here on the screen who have financially supported AOS Coach on Patreon on YouTube members. Their contributions have helped me improve the quality, frequency, and the variety of content on this channel. So cheers guys, you are bloody legends. Until the next video, don't forget to shoot the heroes and have a good one.